Micro and macro branches of economics. Introduction. Micro refers to small things and macro refers to big things. Each of these terms appear in a wide variety of contexts and refers to various number of concepts. But if you remember this simple rule, you will generally be able to remember which is which. Microeconomics focuses on supply and demand and other forces that determine price levels, making it a bottom-up approach. Macroeconomics takes a top-down approach and looks at the economy as a whole, trying to determine its course and nature. Definition. What is the definition for macroeconomics? Macroeconomics is a branch of economics that studies how an overall economy, the market, or other systems that operate on a large scale behaves. What is the definition for microeconomics? Microeconomics is a study of decisions made by people and businesses regarding the allocation of resources and prices at which they trade goods and services. Microeconomics focuses on supply and demand and other forces that determine price levels in the economy. What determines how households and individuals spend their budgets? What combinations of goods and services will best fit their needs and wants? Give the budget they have to spend. How do people decide whether to work, and if so, whether to work full time or part time? How do people decide how much to save for the future or whether they should borrow to spend beyond their current means? What determines the products and how many of each a firm will produce and sell? What determines what prices a firm will charge? What determines how a firm will produce? What determines how many workers it will hire? How will a firm finance its business? When will a firm decide to expand, downsize, or even close? In the microeconomic part of this text, we will learn about the theory of consumer behavior and the theory of the food. Macroeconomics. What determines the level of economic activities in a society or nation? That is, how many goods and services does it actually produce? What determines how many jobs are available in an economy? What determines a nation's standard of living? What causes the economy to spend up or slow down? What causes firms to hire more workers or lay them off? Finally, what causes the economy to grow over the long term? An economy's macroeconomic health can be assessed by a number of standards or goals. Ragnar-Frisch. The term micro and macroeconomics were first coined and used by Ragnar-Frisch in 1933. Microeconomics studies economic actions and behavior of individual units and small groups of individual units. Ragnar Anton Kittel Frisch was an American economist and the co-recipient of the first Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Science in 1969. He is known for being one of the founders of the discipline of econometrics and for coining the widely used term pair macroeconomics or microeconomics in 1933. Features. Main features of macroeconomics. Unit of study or nature of analysis. Aggregate and microscopic. Theory of national income and employee. Theory of money and interest. Lumping methods. A bird's eye view of the economy. Theory of general price level. A more realistic approach. The various features of microeconomics are as follows. Price theory, partial equilibrium. Microscopic approach, analysis of resources allocation and economic efficiency. Micro versus macro. That ground can be divided into two parts. Microeconomics focuses on the actions of individual agents within the economy, like households, workers, and businesses. Macroeconomics looks at the economy as a whole. It focuses on broad issues such as growth, unemployment, inflation, and trade balance. The main difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics is scale. Microeconomics studies the behavior of individual households and firms in making decisions on allocation of limited resources. Macroeconomics is a study of needs on the national, regional, or global scale. Limitations. What are the limitations of microeconomics? Limitations of microeconomics. Considers aggregate as homogeneous. The individual data may not be similar in structure or compositions. Misleading. Extensive application of the microeconomics measures seems to be irrelevant when aims at 100% results. What are the limitations of microeconomics? Microeconomics has limited scope as it cannot study many important economic policies and problems like fiscal policy, inflation, unemployment, etc., which are very important in the economy. Conclusion. The micro and macroeconomics are independent. They are complementary and not conflict. We cannot put them in watertight compartments.